All praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to the elders and apostles, GMS New York. And honor to you brothers out there that's teaching the truth to the four corners of earth. This is part 3. Israelites knew about America before Columbus. All right. All right, this is a book titled Unearthing Ancient America, The Lost Sagas of Conqueror, Castaway, and Scoundrels by Frank Joseph. Okay, like I stated before, the Israelites knew about America, all right, specifically, and they knew the world was around, all right. Slop. Second Ezra 13:39, the Apocrypha, the King James Bible, all right, 16:11. All right, verse 39, where he saws he got another piece of multitude unto those are the 10 tribes which was carried away prisoners are their own land in the time of Hosea, which is Hosea, the king, who Shalmaneser, it says Salazar here, but Shalmaneser, the king of Syria, led away captive and carried them over the water. So they into another land, but they took counsel among themselves that they might lead the multitude of the heathen go forth into the further country where never man can dwell, that they might keep their statute which they never kept their own land. Right, man. And these I'm gonna show you later on, man, these jakes, you know, Christian monks, which are actually Israelites, man. All right, they had the knowledge of this land, man. All right, let's go here. It says strange structures. It said before his death in 2007, John Gallagher, in relation to Ida Jane Metzger, preferred to think himself a historical detective. With a BA in history from Fordham University, New York City, he was an epigraphic consultant for the American Institute of Archaeological Research in New Hampshire. As such, he was eminently qualified to describe the ruins of a sacred structure built by early Christians in New England shortly after the fall of the Roman Empire. His careful examination of his relevant site was unique because it had been thoroughly ignored by mainstream scholars. Right, man. And our history is purposely ignored by Esau, the devil, the so-called white man. All right. Show me that. All right. It says Psalms 83. All right. Keep not thou silence, O Most High. Hold not thy peace. Be not O still, O Most High. For lo, thy enemies make atonement, and they that hate thee have lift up the head. All right. see, atonement, that's what, all right. Hama, roar, sound, trouble, concourse, rage, uproar. All right, murmur, growl, cry loud, mourn, raise, sound, make noise, be clamor, disquiet, be moved, be trouble, uproar, to growl, to be boisterous, turbulent. All right, nice, they being rebellious to the Most High, coming up against Yahweh. All right. And they hate, they had lift up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulting against thy hidden ones, which are the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They had said, come and let us cut them off and be in a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. All right. For they had consulted together in one consent, they are confederate against thee. The tabernacle of Edom, there you go, the so-called white man. All right. But it says right here, they had taken crafty counsel against thy people, consulted against thy hidden ones. Right, man. And so they come to all types of devices to cut our name off, cut our heritage off, and cut our history off, man. And like I said, by ignoring our history, man. All right. It says right here, Connecticut's 5th Century Church by John Gallagher. In the stillness of Cacaponsett State Forest, southern Connecticut. So out for that. All right. Near the town of Guilford, a mastery card from Solid Rock stands. All right. North America's oldest Christian church. Recent epigraph evidence found here suggests that in 1500 years ago, it linked to the voyage of the Christian Byzantine monks. And Byzantine was empires when Yashala ruled, man. All right, that was the Dark Ages when we ruled, and you can look that up. Look that up for yourselves on the internet and stuff, man. You can see all the dark images and everything showing up people there, especially the Russian Byzantine icons. You can see Solomon now, because that's when our people rule and stuff, man. Because in 193, Septimiverius, Jake from Libya, him and the rest of the Jakes that was gladiators and other Jakes may have been soldiers, whoever, rebellions against the Romans, man. Because the Romans was oppressing Jake back then. All right, 193, he overthrew those damn devils, those Edomites, man. All right, I'll show you that. That's what we click on here, man. Sometimes it's Satan, Prince of Air, so try to get something you want, you ain't gonna get it. So go ahead, just click on that to be on there. All right. Damn, that's not it. It's not the one. chain. That's what I meant, Revelation. I always get the chapters messed up. Either one chapter, before or after. It's a lot for that. Revelation chapter 20, verse 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having a great key of the bottomless pit and a great chain. It said the angel Yahushua, and on the bottomless pit is Europe, and a great chain in his hand. All right. And he laid hold of the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil, Satan, bound him 1,000 years, right, man? And that's what September Various said, had conquered Rome, man, and slowly, over the approximately 1,000 years, until Jay spread out, and they started ruling all these countries, man, which is known as the Dark Ages, man, because when Yasha, the Israelites, the ancestors, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, was ruling. All right. All right. All right, and it just didn't happen, one night. Jason knock up Esau side his head, just as all the El Tar said. It was a process, man. All right. Okay. All right, it says on page 76, it says North America's oldest Christian church. Recent epigraph evidence found here suggests that 1,500 years ago, it linked to the voyage of Christian visiting monks who fled from North Africa during the 5th century. Is the wake of Vandal invasions. Greek and North African inscriptions and Greek Compton patterns in the form of chrismos, monogram of Christ, baptismal fonts, and a cathedral dome, candelabras, and an altar have been found at the site. These either indicate this was the place of worship in an early Christian church. The artifacts are illuminated by the Libyan Arabic text found at Figurant Hajj Mumun. It's like if I pronounce that wrong. A remote oasis in eastern Morocco in 1926. They tell of a voyage undertaken by North African Christian monk sailing toward the setting sun to Ash-Shamal, the northern land. I just read like in second address 1339, all right, to 48. It's a far away. All right, it says what? To the setting sun. All right, wherever you look at the sunset, it's a far away. Suggests in North America. The diffusion scholar Frederick J. Poe, who studied the Friggan inscriptions during the 1960s, placed amongst the right in North America about 480. All right.